So the scripture today is coming from Psalms 144, verse 1, and it reads, Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Let's get into it, y'all. So, you know the scripture that says, paraphrase, the enemy is like a roaring lion walking to and fro seeking whom he may devour, right? That scripture makes me think about the scripture of today because the enemy never sleeps, right? That's why God is teaching you how to war and how to fight. But something that crossed my mind this morning was, do you understand how you are attacked? Right? We get attacked in so many different areas of our life, and it's often very mental, right? And before you know it, we're in a depression. Before you know it, we're anxious. Before you know it, the house is a wreck, the car is a wreck. We can't even think straight. We don't even care how we look, right? You start having those in and out days. And the question is, why are you having these in and out days? And why can you not seem to find a decent rhythm, right? The answer is because you don't understand where he's attacking you and you haven't set up a attack. You haven't set up a defense system, right? You're not playing defense. You're really just chancing it to a degree. A little bit of prayer here, but not a solid routine of defense, right? And I want to give y'all some tips on how you can build a hedge of protection around you physically for your own personal works that you will do in the earth. Because the Lord has his angels, right? The Lord has his help. But you have to do things for your human being to succeed, okay? And that is in understanding yourself. So let's talk about it. Something that I wrote down this morning when this crossed my mind was you have to understand all the areas the enemy has been attacking your life. And you have to counterattack and you have to play defense. Set up protection, create boundaries, and fight back. Create a life of affirmative action. So, say for instance that the enemy wants to attack you and try to throw your day off. People calling you, you picking up, and now you getting off the phone, you're feeling drained, and you barely got into the day. What do? You don't pick up your phone before a certain time. And frankly, maybe you only take phone calls after work. Okay? You make a defense system for yourself. You create a boundary for yourself to say, I'm not going to allow him to seep in through this crack. And now I'm wondering why my day is out of whack. Right? Say, for instance, the enemy wants to attack your energy or have you anxious or anger. You just irritated today or in general. What should you do? Take more time to reflect. Take more time to pray. Journal. Go to the gym, work out, start walking around, move that energy out of your body. A lot of times, irritation is stagnation. Okay, you're not working out, you're not releasing all of the things that are built up in your body. It's too much tension. So it's starting to manifest in your actions, right? Say for instance, the enemy likes to attack you with the way that you look. He coming after your self-esteem. Take better care of yourself. Have integrity. You should have so much confidence in yourself, in your integrity of yourself, that you say, oh no, I'm doing a good job. Oh no, I'm not going to bring that into my life today. Oh no, I'm not going to think these things about myself, right? He wants you to get out of the alignment with who God said you are, right? And the responsibility that you carry, which is really to be a good steward over yourself and the things that God has called you to be. Your responsibility 9 times out of 10 is not the people that's calling your phone for you to deal with their problems. Okay, your responsibility is not for you to take on the irritations of the world and the news and the social media. That's not your responsibility, right? We have to live in the truth and we have to understand what works for me. What type of music brings me peace? What type of music brings me joy? What can I watch that will bring me just peace? How can I present myself in the world to where I feel happy to be in the body that I'm in, right? You have to make sure that all around the board you have your defense mechanisms. How am I praying? How am I binding it? How am I casting it down? What am I calling from the heavens to come manifest into my life? right? The enemy wants to play on your lack of what you don't know and the lack of what you don't use, but you know that you should be doing it, right? It's a lot of things that we know we should be doing, but we don't do it. And it leaves room for him to come and wreak havoc in our life, right? A lot of the ways that you fight is prayer, is worship, is praise, and then you got to get to work. You got to analyze what is the help that I need, get that help, and put yourself on a schedule. Okay, you guys, that's all the tips I have for today. Please like and follow me. Leave me a comment if this was helpful, and let's get into it. Let's be great, y'all. No more open doors to the enemy. Close all the doors and let's move forward. Peace.